Hey, what's up, guys? So this video is in response to a viewer's question. It's a female viewer, and her question to me was to give my thoughts on men wanting females to pick up half of the bill when they go on dates, or even if they're living together, to pay for half of the bills. So for me, this is something that I hadn't previously thought about. I have my own ways. I'm set in my ways very firmly, and they go back since I was very young. I can remember even, as a young teenager, where I was involved in some kind of relationship with a girl, and they always had more money than I did. I was always broke. And in those instances where I didn't have the money to pay, I would just not go. So the answer to the question is, when it comes to me, I would never, ever, under any circumstance, allow a woman to pay for a bill. I mean, the only exception, let's say, is if for some reason, we were out and we were eating and we had already eaten and I forgot my money. Maybe if I forgot my cash or misplaced it, I would let her pick it up and then I'd reimburse her right away. But aside from that, to contribute towards the bill, not even 1 cent, ever. And that's just my personal thing. I can't imagine asking for a girl to pay for half that I invited out or I'm spending time with. So this, for me, not only applies to women, but also to anyone younger than me, employees. Every employee I've ever had, if I've ever had any meals with them, taken them out anywhere, even if we go out for drinks, I never let them pay for anything. It's always on me. And it also applies to female friends, girls who are not my dates, not my girlfriends. If we have drinks together, we eat together, whatever it is, I never let them pay. All right. For me, when it comes to the home bills, if you're going to live with a woman, in my opinion, you should never, ever ask her to pay for half. If you're in a position where you can afford to pay for it, you pay for it. If you guys made that agreement that you're going to move in together for financial reasons, to make both of your lives easier in that sense, and it was already discussed that you were going to each pay half the rent, fine. But the dating thing is the more troubling thing. And what I would advise you young men out there to do is don't be like that, guys. Don't be like that, because it's really a bad look. You know what I'm saying? Have some fucking honor. You are the man. There is a clear distinction between men and males who don't know how to be a fucking man. And this is one of them. You as a man, you pay. No matter what it is. You're out with a girl, you're on a date, you go to the movies, you go to restaurants, whatever these fucking people do these days, you pay. Never ever ask her. And if she offers to pay or offers to contribute towards the payment, that is a wonderful sign. And it's a beautiful gesture. You thank her, but you refuse. Don't ever, ever, ever allow that to happen, guys. Trust me. Take my advice on this thing. That's the distinction between what I call real men and punk-ass men, is things like this. So it may seem like it's not a big deal, but for your own personal respect to yourself and honor, don't let them pay. All right? You be the fucking man, and if you can't afford it, don't go. That's it. Save up until you can afford it. You don't have to go to the extreme that I go to in paying for everybody else, but if you're able to, it is a very nice gesture, and for me, it's a privilege and an honor for me to pay. You know what I'm saying? And I take it personally as disrespect if somebody else insists on paying if you're in one of those categories. The only time I let anybody else pay for me is out of respect to them, in the same way that I expect to pay because I'm the eldest. If somebody's older than me and they're my elder and they insist on paying and they're going to use that, then that's the only circumstance where I would allow somebody else to pay for me. So I'm curious about what you guys think about this. I'm sure a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this, but trust me, I know what the fuck it is to be a man. And this is part of it. So please leave your thoughts and comments, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks.